lakad matatak!
Normally.
It looks nice here, but like some high damage dealer is what I'm looking for here, and they're gonna go with Faceless Void, so this is gonna be a mid.
The fact that they were able to identify he is alone and doesn't even need that final click, it's still gonna be Insania who gets the first blood.
Oh, he's gonna
Mid
be so happy
lane,
with
get the
that.
cogs off over onto GPK. Nikkei, though, just more interested in hitting some of these creeps, and they have another rotation coming out now from Hakoda. Yamish rushing forward. Box is not looking good for him, although he has popped his wand. It's going to take one more hit from Hakoda to finish up, but at the same time, they'll end up losing Yamish. So a support trade here in the mid lane.
Yeah, no mid laner was harmed in the making of this. Both of them are surviving and being happy. But yeah, this. Yeah, I'm not sure he's gonna come up too far.
There it is. There's the Maledict. They follow up with the cast. Not going to get too many bounces, but they do a lot of damage. So this is not looking like DM will survive by any means. A nice rotation from Mickey, and he's going to be able to collect himself a kill. In the bottom lane, though, they go for the...
Right now, for the both of the carries here, we have a good game going on for Morphling, but same can be said for the Faceless Void. Both are enjoying quite free farm.
There's the rumble, the run through from Yamish. Mickey's already got that haste, though. They'll be able to get the Maledict off, but it's still going to be a kill. As now GPK forced to use the Tornado because he's got 3 heroes chasing him. They even go for the Chronosphere because Matu has made this rotation. Mickey is on a killing spree. First crown of the game used, gets a kill on the mid with DM. Oh no, they'll turn back around. Hook shot over onto Yamish. Hold him to place. Mickey getting off a couple of these hits. Just uses the one raise, so they'll be able to take out one of their main initiators.
Good clean kill.
Now
Maybe they go
Insania.
Disruptor.
They only managed to grab Insania on this. I don't think you're too upset about that if you're Liquid, because now they're going to try to just move forward. They don't have any mana left, though, over on Boxy. That time dilation coming to play. GPK, he has that Tornado, but they follow up with the Chronosphere just to hold GPK in place, even though Void's not anywhere near here. And they'll go for that Requiem, following up with the battery slot. Hakoda will pull to Zai while this is going on, and they even go and use that Death Ward to ensure that they collect it. Although now Zai taking a bit of damage here from Ramses. Do have the 2 birds, and they're going to poke away on the backlines over at Hakoda. They do manage to get the kill, but the hook shot in over onto Ramses. Get a glimpse back over to Mickey, but now he's a little bit closer to Ramses, so I'm not sure if that was necessarily what they wanted to do. That Tornado coming out, the coconut, though, bouncing around. This is looking very bad for Morphling. Mickey, man, this guy is absolutely dominating, as Matu will clean up Hakoda on the back line.
Tankiness.
I'd have to say there is a huge advantage coming up here. Mickey is so close to finishing off that BKB, and that's going to be a huge power spike when you're up against something like a Timbersaw, like this Invoker. All these guys that rely heavily on the magic, but there we go. There's the Chronosphere. They dropped the status storm onto Insania, so he's not going to be able to get his ultimate off, and there's not much mana left on him either. It's not looking great, as they'll take down Insania, but now Matu, he gets caught out by GPK, and they finish off just clean, of course.
Yeah, there's certainly a large amount of burst, and we might see a rotation here with the smoke on Faceless Void. They're looking to get a big pick off. Look at the positioning by Yamish, though. He's smoke revealing on the cliff.
That's pretty smart. They go, use the flare. They know he's up there, so they'll hook shot up, get that vision, and just burst him down. But it's still not too shabby here, although it looks like they're going to go right into the Roche pit because of this, and that is a little problematic for the side of VP, because they're not going to be able to take Timber Chain forward. Onslaught over onto Insane, immediately goes for the Voodoo Switcheroo. They'll turn this attention right back to Yamish, so he's going to be the initiator, but he's still going to end up dying. Now DM not looking too great himself, as they do have that Death Ward. We'll go for a Glimpse play back, which should be enough to keep DM alive. But the rest of the team, they're coming in hot. As they send in Mickey, they send in Zai, they want to get a stun off. They should be able to close the gap over on Hakoda at the very least, so that is going to be a dead disruptor. A nice turnaround after they try to make...
This is purely a reaction when you see Morphling. You need more control. He doesn't want to just try and right-click win against Morphling, because that's very difficult.
Grouping up in the bottom lane, GPK has got that Ghost Walk up currently. He's going to try to make some moves over onto Zai. Got the Spirit Vessel charge, followed with the Meatball, but the hook shot over onto the back lines. Poxy will be able to push GPK back as Matu pops the BKB. He's making his way over to GPK. He's going to be able to help get the kill. Boxy's going to get the final hit, as now DM is going to TP out, but they'll use the Chronosphere. They say, you're not going anywhere. Again, that Maledict coming into play, the Voodoo Switcheroo, trying to get as much damage off to TM as possible, and they'll be able to finally slay the Timber Saw after nice. So they are grouped together. They're ready for a fight if needed, but there it is. There's a glimpse back into the silence with that Static Storm. They'll drop the Wraith Pack though, trying to just mitigate some of this damage, but they rip it down so quickly. Zai, he's not going to be able to do much here as he's going to try to just come back up after that stone, but they'll follow up with the Sunstrike.
Oh no, he resummoned. He lost his bird.
He lost
Only
one, that's for sure. Uh-oh, Insania now is here. Feels like they weren't quite prepared to go into this fight necessarily, although Ramses, he's split up, so there's going to be a nice glimpse back over onto Matu. They'll go use the Requiem. They need a little bit more damage to finish off Ramses. They did fight back on the Primal Beast as DM comes in. Mickey, though, already popping the BKB. It's a little bit of a split fight now as Matu gets picked up by this Primal Beast. The chase is on, though. They finally take down Boxy. Matu, though, doesn't feel super confident. He's going to teleport away.
Fantastic fight. Man, Liquid need a big chrono now. They are really struggling in these fights. They have to try and find the Invoker or multiple heroes.
Hook shots in, grabs DM. Matu coming forward, realizes he just, oh, there it is. There's that silence we talked about with the Ags. They just rip apart Matu. Hogoda will die, but he's already done what is needed during this fight. The trample coming through here from Yamich. They're chasing after Zai, chasing after Boxy. They managed to get their hands on Boxy with that Pulver and Nikkei standing on the back line. Sitting on the top, going to be that distraction as the birds do spot. And this Roche is sitting at about half health. How do they get in there? Because look at Hokoda. He knows that he's got to be in position. And Matu's got to be careful. He's got to make sure that he can get that BKB in time. Zip forward and back. Yamich, there it is. There's the Chronosphere on the back line. He pops the BKB, doing so much damage to GPK. He is going to die. Buyback, though, immediately from Yamich, from GPK. Zai left over here on the line, so they chase into the pit. Mickey trying to get some of this damage off. Static Storm gets dropped over onto Mickey. Yamich jumping in, but it's not enough. They get the kill over on Hokoda. Now GPK, he popped back. He can't afford to die, as Matu wails away on him. Trying to keep this information. They get that deafening blast. A couple more hits should be able to do the trick. And by God, they have it as they get multiple buybacks. The fight is still going. They find themselves, Yamachi's running for his life. They do manage to get Mickey, but Mickey buying back immediately as well. Very little mana left over on DM as Ramses is left off to the side. Zai trying to do what he can. They'll end up getting a coda. They're still chasing after Ramses. There's the hook shot, though, coming out from Boxy. He gets his hands right onto this Morphling. They'll drop the rock. They're going to push back over onto this Morphling, but he's just so damn hard to kill. Yamich jumping back in, sees himself. Boxy, he's got the pulverize. They've got the Scotty damage. Do they go back in? There's a question. Boxy, he's somehow still alive after all is said and done. Is he going to survive this? He makes it out as they chase after Yamich. They'll just jump forward. Matu gets himself. DM is here. He's taking so much punishment, so much damage. Forces out that Lotus Orb. Ramses forced to, because they can dish out plenty of damage. Lincoln's on him, making it a little bit more difficult for Ramses to try to get that morph off. Continue pushing, popping back and forth, gets the steal, but there's no shot coming out from Boxy. They push back over onto GPK, and he just doesn't stand a chance. He's down for 90-something seconds. No buyback on this Invoker. Bright side, Aegis does get reclaimed over on Matu, so they might want to be respectful of that, but these birds are just ripping through these racks right now. There's just nothing that VP can do about them at this time. We'll see DM coming back up in about 6 seconds. A little bit of the waveform over onto Boxy. There's BKB coming out, but already Boxy is going to be able to just keep moving. And there it is. There's the second Chronosphere. Boxy does eventually get ripped apart, but they'll get the kill over on Yamich. They have their eyes over onto DM. And Sania, though, left behind. Most likely going to fall, but Ramses, he's so separated from the rest of his team. He can't survive that. He's immediately dead. They do have the buyback on Ramses for... Otherwise, this is an opening now, knowing that they won't have GPK. Yamich, though? Gonna go for that charge forward. The Lincoln gets popped, and there it is. It's already in place with Matu. He's doing so much damage. Focuses over onto Yamich, over onto Dakota. They'll get the kill. The buyback comes out immediately from the side of Yamich. DM, though, he's so far away from everyone else. There's so much damage being clicked upon him. The Untus now going to proc. But again, they have the BKB, and this nuke damage coming out from Mickey, it's just so intense. Matu finds a kill, GPK pops it, but they have a second Chronosphere. That is just a dead Invoker. He's going to buy back. The chase is on a Ramses, though. They want to get him. He goes, he procs that Aeon Disc. He's got himself his own version of Faceless Void. Looking to possibly go back in now that GPK has rejoined the fight, as has DM. He's going to just put as much damage as he can over onto Zai. Boxy taking so much over to the side, but somehow still alive, still kicking as they go. They kill GPK again. Ramses still just putting out the damage. Mata does go down, and now the pressure is on here, but Ramses doing so much damage. DM still alive, still very, very tanky. They're going back in, though. They're doing a decent amount of damage. Here comes Matu. They're trying to get their Zai. Gets himself a double kill on DM, And now the chase is on. Can Ramses make it out in time? It's looking like he's going to be able to survive this. But he has lost so much on the side of Virtus.pro. He's lost his teammates. They do not have buyback after that fight.
It was used, but...
Oh, yeah. Yamich, my friend, this is not looking good for you. Although they have the Glimmer Cape, they're just going to go forward. Just going to juke around, though. Break the ankles. Try to provide a little bit of distraction. They go, they drop the Static Storm over onto Mickey, but there's nothing to follow it up. These birds are actually doing so much work against Hakoda just by himself, as now Yamich over on the back line just continues, but they do have Ramses in the base. He's trying to base race, he's trying to finish off, he just tries to get the kill on Insania, but he's already got that voodoo switch through. Ramses, this is looking a bit scary. They pop that link as the BKB comes out. He's going to try to man fight here against Matu, but there's just so many heroes here, plus that hook shot coming through. Insania crawling away. He's going to survive.
It's going to be good, and we're going to see a fight again here.
They have a silver edge, though. They're going to open up over onto DM. They'll follow up with the Chronosphere. They grab Hakoda off immediately. Yamich going to get cleaned up on the back lines. DM has already used that BKB, but the bashes come out, plus this Aeon does keep him alive just a little bit longer. Ramses doesn't really want to be here because Mega Requiem of Souls, they'll be able to kill DM. 2 dead over on the side of VP, 3 technically, but we do have a buyback. And we still have another Chrono with this refresher. They need to be careful. Ramses hiding in the tree line with GPK. Gets the Alacrity off the jump over onto Mickey immediately. But there it is, a Chrono over onto 3. They grab them. They should be able to blow up GPK. And now they want Ramses. Are they going to be able to have the damage? Are they going to be able to do it? They call GG. They know it is the end of the line. Team Liquid starting off our day with one hell of a series against Virtus.pro.
Yeah, fantastic play.
They need it necessarily with what they have so far, but the final pickup is Nature's Prophet. Okay.
Okay, so probably, yeah, a carry Fury early, super early, but focusing on winning the CS harder here.
This feels like our only slightly traditional lane is this top lane.
Oh,
good
the damage.
Avalanche. Oh, this is not looking good for Grantsies. He's gonna fall, and so is eventually Hakoda, I think. Maybe not. Maybe he's gonna survive. I mean, they're to go and just grab the rune. Is that something of a consideration for why he might want to do that? Because that's less time he has to walk to those runes?
He skilled it during the bounty rune contesting, so I mean that's the reason he got it. I would say if it wasn't for having to do something on the bounty rune, then he would much rather have had 2 points flesh hit, 2 points rot early.
Okay. Well, he's making the best out of a not perfect situation as Boxy again gets a kill. Over on Hakoda and Insania, they're just all out, just brawling in these lanes. Here, Mickey on his own.
It's the type of ulti that's super low cooldown. I mean, it's 20 seconds now after he just used it. So he's playing in a very dominant way.
Boxy in the top lane, taking a lot of harass. The body blocks from these trees is making it a little difficult. He's going to turn his attention over to Hakoda, though. As he gets a glimpse off, is he going to be able to get... Nah, he's going to die before Hakoda does, but they do eventually get the ward. He's going to run in right towards the back line. There's the TP coming out immediately from Pudge. They're going to try to finish off Matu. A good save, though, coming out from Insania. It's going to buy them a little bit more time. They pick up with the Pulverize, though. Do they have enough damage to finish off Matu with those chains and the Crypt Swarm? They do indeed, and now Boxy here is going to have to toss away this big old beastie boy who is chasing after him. He's got another trample, just walking around, walking in circles, gets the kill.
DM is not having the best farm, so the fact that GPK is dominating as hard as he is giving him some time to recover.
Body blocking out from Yamich, go for the disruption. He's dragged beneath the tower, but you've got Ramses here. So Yamich, it looks like he's going to end up dying, but they just run on through, and now Mickey is in for so much trouble because GPK just stomping all over. Boxy with the toss up into the air, trying to burst down here. GPK taking a lot, but has the Pulverize just out of range of the tower. It gets a little bit closer. Boxy, he just can't seem to close the gap. They have the vision, they've got the trees, they've got the clicks. It's a double kill now for Ramses.
Oh my god, something like Core Pudge. Against all BKBs, it's pretty hard.
They're baiting Zai up here. They're hidden. They see that GPK just used the Pulverize, so they could potentially make these moves. As the smoke does come out, not going to be able to quite land the hook. They'll drop the Static Storm, but Zai sidestepping to the side will be able to get the kill on Hakoda. Hakoda buying back as the Exorcism gets used. Mickey's sides can turn back around, though. They get their hands over on GPK, and they're able to burst him down. Chase after DM with the Spirit Bear. Trying to get their hands on him. A little bit of a toss with Yamich. Mickey's just not quite landed these hooks here, but the team is picking up the slack as they did manage to kill off the Primal Beast.
A little bit too... Pudge is running back. Maybe they can be there in time.
Run! Run, Pudge! There's the toss back though, over onto Yamich, immediately follows with the Avatos to get a root off. Yamich is no longer available. Zai sitting outside of this Roche pit, tries to go for that splitter, not going to be able to quite land it, but Zai gets trampled on his way through, as he's going to have to use a Yule to try to survive. Hakoda will end up falling. They're doing a decent amount of damage though from GPK as he gets onto the backline. They get the kill over onto Zai, but Matu runs into the pit, manages to get the kill on Roshan after all those exorcism ghosts are done, and gets himself an Aegis to boot.
Oh my god.
Nice, that would have been so
attempt.
sick. That would have been so sick.
That would have been cool if he caught
GPK.
him.
We're on the side of Virtus.pro as they make their way towards their jungle. They know that Liquid is there. They do not have Boxy. So perhaps they can take advantage of this as Mickey hiding in the tree
VP in
line.
good
Will
position.
Deville over here. Jump forward from Mickey, but the silence coming up from Hakoda almost instantly. Go for the exorcism play. They're trying to get as much damage as they can over to DM, but it's not looking too good as Insania over on the back lines is going to end up falling. Matu, that Aegis, going to get used. The hook from Mickey, but there's going to be the pulverize from GPK as Ramses, though, split Earth cuts him out over here from Zai. They'll be able to collect that kill. And now DM, he's out of mana, but it's doing a lot of damage with these ghosts. Zai has to be so incredibly careful as the slide comes through from Yamich. Will be able to clean him up. They're
Okay,
going
now
to
they have
push
to
back
back
the
up.
side of Liquid.
Towards the end, though, feeding away a kill. Could probably have played safer, but VP struggling in these fights right now.
Do you know if he... Okay, 1 second. Hold that thought as Insane. He's going to have to protect himself. Mickey's here, though, but the pulverize, he just gets beaten down with Mickey's body. They turn it back around, though, and they'll be able to use that dismember. I was going to ask in that top fight, did Zai have the Yule still available? Was he trying to just push his limits?
He had the Yules, but I mean, he died to a Slider Fist coming in towards the end there. So
The Shadow Blade over on Ramses now. We'll be able to get perhaps better positioning. They'll use the Heaven's Halberd over on the Bear. I think that's a good call considering how much damage he's been able to do. GBK jumping onto the back lines. That does find Insania, but Insania still alive because of a good avalanche. But there he is. Ramses jumping in. BKB popping over here on the side of GPK. So is Ramses. They want to try to take out this Bear. They know that that's a lot of that damage. So they'll end up getting it. There's a hit though over onto Yamich. They'll figure out, get that kill again as Matu sitting so very low. He's trying to survive, but GPK, he runs through. They'll be able to get the kill. Ramses ticking down from too much damage coming up from Zai. They're not able to take him out fast enough. Mickey barely alive over here on the side. Look at that beautiful split Earth as they go little, I feel like, with their timings, because now Liquid has had the time to get the items that they need. Zai blinking forward. Oh my goodness. Running right in. Mickey, though, looking for the hook. He's going to get science. Turns back around. Has the dismember over on DM as they stun GPK up with an avalanche. BKB's coming out from both sides now as Boxy in the middle of everyone. They drop the static storm. They'll get the kill on Boxy. Mickey also going to fall now because he went very early on. Zai, though, again, look at this guy. He's being allowed to get so much out of these fights as he's chasing after DM and GPK. A little bit of a save over on the backline from Insania, trying to keep Matu alive as Zai splitting this fight, but Matu gets held up into the trees. Not going to survive as now Zai, he's gone too far. He's too far alone. He is going to end up finally
for the Witchblade pretty early on, and of course it's a natural progression for him to just upgrade it here. This is him wanting to hold on to his Midas a little bit longer, you know, and not wanting to sell to get another item. The brooch is, you know, gonna give him some extra damage output, especially against high armor.
Oh my god, Insania just absolutely melts. Mickey, though, following up with the dismember. Zai using that Yule's trying to keep himself alive a little bit longer. And he's doing plenty of damage. DM, he's somehow still alive as they do finally manage to get the kill on Zai. Gonna chase after Mickey and Matu. They'll end up getting him treed. He can't move. He's held up. He cannot seem to get away as they'll end up losing Zai. They end up losing Matu, and they end up losing Mickey. A brilliant surgical strike from the side of Virtus.pro as they'll be able to take this tower and start pushing into the high ground if they like.
VP are
They dedicated themselves to the tower. They've got
enough
the
waiting around. They want to go.
Touch. Sitting in the corner. Oh, a little bit off the mark. They're very close to grabbing DM. Tower will go down. DM realizing there's Mickey over here. They'll drop the static storm, and again, Mickey doesn't care too much, especially when you've got that save coming into play as they jump onto Insania on the back lines. Not going to be able to quite finish him off, though, but they do go for the refresher. The hold over onto GPK, though, looks a little bit scary as the Bear just chewing away, but they need to get more damage because Zai, he's sitting so low, and he's putting out as much burst as he can. Does have the heal up. They'll end up finally taking down GPK. They're chasing after Yamich. Yamich is not going to be able to just fight and stand toe-to-toe as Ramsey man-fighting against Zai. Again, that disruption doing so much. A hit over onto Ramsey's. Okay, that's going to be the first life. Toss back up into the air. They're going to be able to finish off Yamcha. They're waiting patiently. Split Earth off over onto Ramsey's plus to dismember. Liquid defend their base and end up force out the buyback on DM. DM, he does not have the exorcism up for another 10 seconds. Though the jump, though, coming out from GPK, toss up into the air from Boxy, trying to keep Insania alive. Not going to be able to quite do it. He picks up the bear, starts slamming him back and forth, but look at this damage coming out from Zai. He's just dancing circles around. He gets the kill on GPK. They do a buyback. They'll end up losing Mickey. It's not looking good now for Zai. He is left all alone. He's trapped in the trees. Has another play here with the Yule Scepter, but everybody just keeping back with all these ghosts. They'll be able to take him out.
That was really key by GPK, redeeming himself a little bit. I said earlier that he was making a bit of a throwing move, but this pressure and Timeless Relic. This thing lasts forever. Look at that. Okay,
the bear?
It doesn't last forever.
Well, I mean, it's all right, but Matu now dragged back into that Agnum Storm. But Mickey finding the open on Hakoda, immediately going to be able to take out the supports. Now from the back line, Boxy separated that roar, though, with the Ags. Mickey thinking about going back in, but they have the BKB. They pick up Mickey, and they just shake him to death, as they'll end up losing the punch. Zai, again, though, so far onto this back line, uses the Yules. He's got the health. They'll end up losing Boxy. They're going to try to burst down GPK. Do they have the Matu? Trying to close the gap, trying to do it, but he cannot do it fast enough. Not with DM right there, and they try to save him, but they cannot do it, as they'll end up losing Zai. Buybacks coming out from the side of Team Liquid. They're not ready to give up Boxy, finding the opening over onto GPK. They get the kill, but they're going to end up losing Boxy. He did buy back for this. Tried to make the play over onto DM. Weren't able to finish him off in time. Ramsey's doing so much damage over here. You've got Insania. He's hiding in the back. Zai going forward. He's trying to just get them off of these buildings. He doesn't want to allow them to house because they don't have buyback over on the punch. They don't have the pulverize onto the back line. They see Insania. They'll rip him apart. And even though Zai is healing, he just cannot heal enough. GG gets called. Virtus.pro proving why they deserve to be up here in the upper bracket.
Big place by them, and not saving gold for buyback there on Matu. They can chase. They made up their mind. They're going to go with Luna. All right. So Luna is a ranged carry that actually pairs up.
They have matching t-shirts. I was thinking that perhaps we'd see, you know, rotations coming out for these water runes. I feel like rune contestation is going to be very, very important, especially just for both of these heroes, right? Although it looks like
So close.
Get this bottom lane, yeah, they get a couple of these hits off over onto DM. And there it is. It's like, again, another split on the water runes. Nothing too crazy. Top lane, though, do get a cookie hop over onto the Luna and the Call. Nice push back, though, with the cogs coming out from Yamish. Gonna make sure that he can keep Ramses alive. In the bottom lane, Insania is gonna just get clicked down here. We talked about the potency of these two. The kill on Hakoda while all this is going down.
Wow, he actually does survive on GPK, but all this time that he's trying to run away, Boxy's still on him, chasing after.
Yeah, Mickey's here with the avalanche. He's like, all right, he's low enough. Thank you, I will take that.
That's actually a worst case scenario, that you survive for so long and then you die. That's much more painful than just take the enemy off lane tower before they take your safe lane. So this mixes things up a little bit. Oh, Boxy, gotta get caught out.
Yeah, he uses the fairy fire. He's not going to be able to use the cookie to get out, though, so we'll end up dying. But that is two supports rotating to the mid lane.
It's not super costly. GPK is going to be happy about the kill, but it doesn't matter that greatly.
I think you've had too many missed cookie hops, Maga, if that's where your brain goes first.
That's probably
Matu,
true.
though, throws out the Chronosphere. He can't hit Hakoda, though. Is gonna have to run back and get away from these birds that are causing a big problem, but they're baiting a little bit as Boxy. They both go drop the wards, try to get a couple of these bounces off. We'll land over onto Matu. Matu gonna walk right into Yamich, into the cogs. He's going to fall, and the follow-up here from Liquid will ensure that they get the kill on DM, but now they're a little bit too far out of position, it feels. GPK, Yamich, both here. Hakoda running around in circles. They'll end up finishing off Insania. Boxy doesn't have that cookie, not going to be able to run away. As on the back line, Mickey trying to close the gap. Coda getting tacked on over by Boxy, but they'll get off the Requiem of Souls this time around, and they'll end up getting the kill on Mickey. Boxy just going to be able to go and get the D-ward, but he's going to end up dying for this for sure.
Okay, Liquid's positioning was way too deep there. That was not...
And now they're smoked up, making their way top. They want to cause some problems for Zai, and in fact, this is looking like a very dead axe. So, GPK now dominating. Oh, but the follow-up with the Avalanche and the Snapfire Kisses. Oh my god. So much damage. Not going to be able to quite finish off GPK here.
Oh, he's running. He has
Trying
wind
to
lace.
close. He's trying, he's doing everything. Mickey, though, closing the gap. Avatos, plus that little bit from the scatter blast will ensure they get the kill.
Yeah, they get him, but they didn't manage to get the kill that they probably wanted up here, which was the Luna. She got out in safe time, and Visage is pushing bottom. Meanwhile, the kill on SF is great, but I still think VP are doing a good job getting more stuff done.
Got those birds up. They'll throw out a cast, a couple bounces, be able to cancel out the blink. Hook shot in over onto Zai. Nicely done by Yamish as they have all of these birds. Cookie Hop out of the cogs will come into play, but in comes this Luna. And they'll follow up, though, with the Chronosphere. The Snapfire Kiss is absolutely wrecking havoc. Not quite enough damage, though, to finish off over on Yamish. So it's a lot of ultis, but not anybody dying just yet. DEM, though, is separated a little bit as Matu finding the opening over onto GPK. They'll be able to get the kill now that that BKB is down, and they needed something to cancel out the TP of DM. Zai just a little bit too slow here. Not going to be able to provide the call that was needed.
Wow, that was a really good fight by
in and grab some of these birds, but that's not really where you want to be because now Zai is stuck in the trees. Look at this damage coming out. Oh my god, Zai is just absolutely obliterated. In comes the Luna. Ramsey's cleaning up. The buybacks come out immediately. Liquid not happy that they got caught with the pants down here.
Yeah, split pushing with Void right now. They're trying to trade some damage.
But this Luna, again, if it's a mid-game Luna, you win a fight on the enemy side of the map, you're gonna end up losing lots of buildings. So, you know, Matu is doing the best that he can, but I don't know. I don't think you win this trade.
Yeah, he's TPing home now, or he wants to. Oh wait, he doesn't. Oh, he doesn't have TP. What?
Oh my god, what?
What?
He doesn't have TP?
What? He doesn't have TP.
Oh my god, this is looking very, very bad for Liquid right now. I can't believe he doesn't have it.
What? Right. He's running.
Oh, he's definitely coming through from the other side. Perhaps he can catch them, but they are smoked up over onto the back lines. The opening Static Storm. All right, there we go. BKB and Boxy over here will be able to take down the Aegis first time, but they'll clean up over on the Snapfire. And now it's just Matu. He's kind of stuck in an awkward position. We'll go for the Chronosphere, but everything is happening at different points. There's a throw over here onto the Luna, who's kind of stuck in here. But look at the damage coming out. Matu, he's trying. He does get the bash up, but they call GG. They realize that they just cannot stand toe-to-toe. What a way to end this series, Waga.
A bit of an awkward end being stuck